Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I have a graphics tutorial for CarX Drift Racing online. I will also be doing a Kino Mod install tutorial. It's very short, but just in case you don't have Kino, I'll show you how to do that. Before we start, I just want to let you guys know that this is only available on PC. So if you're on console or mobile, this will not work. It is a PC only thing to get mods like this. But I did say at 40,000 I'll be making a tutorial for my graphics, and we just hit 40K, so thank you guys so much for all the recent support. I really appreciate you guys. But yeah, let's get right into it. So first of all, I'll just show you guys how to install Kino Mod really quick. It'll be the first link in the description. It'll be to the Kino Mod Discord. So once you click that link, it'll you just want to open it with your Discord, because if you click it, it'll take you to your default search browser, and then you can just click open in Discord. So now we are in Discord. You'll want to join the server. I think you have to interact with some things here to be able to gain access to all the different servers. Just do whatever it says on this welcome page. And then once you see all these different tabs, the different channels here, you just want to click on this one. It's called Release. And you'll want to go to the most recent one. As you can see, it was yesterday. And you'll just want to click that, and it'll open it up right here. And so you're on this GitHub page, and this is Kino 3.35.2. It might be different if you're watching this in the future. So you're gonna want to go down here to these three blue links, and you'll want to click the top one right here. Like I said, it'll be a different number if you're watching this in the future, but you just want the one that says win.zip. That's the one you want. And if you have WinRAR, you can just click that and download it like normally, but if you don't have WinRAR, you're gonna have to download that first. So that'll be the second link in the description. Once you click that, it'll bring you here to this is just a WinRAR website. You'll want to click the download button, and right there it'll download. I'm not going to use it because I already have it. But you just open it, you double click it, open it, run it, install it, how you do. And all that does is it lets you unzip. You need either WinRAR or 7-zip. I'm really used to WinRAR, so that's just the one I use. But you can use 7-zip if you like that one better. But you just need some sort of file unzipper for Kino Mod. So once you have that downloaded and installed, you can go back over here to the Kino release, and you can just click this right here, and it will start downloading it. It'll show up with these three little books. That's how you know that your WinRAR is working. So you're going to want to open that up. You can minimize all this, and you can just double click it. It's going to open these multiple things. You don't need that. Just close that, and then this is what you want, is this file right here. And then you're going to open up Steam. I think you should close your game. Actually, no, it doesn't matter on CarX. You can have your game open. So you're just going to want to go to here where all your games are in Steam. You're going to want to right click on CarX. Ooh, this is another thing I almost didn't mention. If you've never run mods before, this will not work. You have to right click it. You have to go to properties, and you have to go to betas, and you have to make sure you're on the moddable patch version. Because if you have never used mods before, you'll be on the default one, and it just says none, and mods will not work. So you have to go to here where it says, betas, and click this, and then you're going to want to put it on moddable, public, moddable branch. That's the one you want, and then it's going to it has to re-upload, so it'll do a quick little download. It's super fast. So once you have that, you're on moddable. You can see it says moddable there. You're going to want to right-click it, go to manage, and go to browse local files. That'll bring up your CarX Steam directory. And in here, obviously, I already have Kino Mod, so I'm not going to reinstall it, but you won't have this in here. And it might look different. I just have a different layout here. These are all screenshots for YouTube videos. But yeah, so once you're in your CarX directory right here, where it says CarX Drift Online, you're going to want to drag these two files and just drag them right in there, and it'll install Kino for you. And that's it. Simple as that. You got Kino installed. So if your game was closed, you're definitely going to actually have to restart it if you didn't have it on the moddable one, because it'll have to update. So close your game, let it, re-download, make sure you're on the moddable, then you can open it back up. So once you have Kino Mod installed and you've relaunched your game, you're going to want to join a server. You can join a public server, make a private server, it doesn't matter. Probably going to want to do a private one because you're going to be tweaking stuff. So I'll just create one here and hop into a server. All right, now that you're in a server, I will show you guys some of the features here of Kino Mod. Some will not be accessible unless you have bought Tier 2 of Kino Mod, but I'm not really going to go over that. I'm just going to go over the base one. So air suspension is Tier 2. The main thing you're going to be wanting if you've never used Kino before is custom cameras. So if you want my presets, I have a custom camera video. If you just click on my account, scroll back, you can see it. But if you're applying a preset, you'll go into custom camera right here. You'll click the three dots, and you'll go to load from file, and you can load whatever preset you want. You can get these from different Discord servers that are sharing camera settings. So I'm just going to apply mine like that, and as you can see, I have my new camera on. And to toggle it on and off, you literally just click it on and off and it switches between the default and your modded one. So yeah, there's things like your headlights, you know, you got those there. You have your hazard lights, you have neon. It doesn't show with this car because it's too low. I'll raise it a little bit. So you have neon. If you want to change your colors, you just go in there, turn up your saturation, change to whatever color you want. They have different settings, all that stuff. You can mess around with it and you'll figure it out. So yeah, the main thing that we're doing here is graphics. So as you can see, my game looks a little bit different. This is not the craziest preset that I have. This is where all the magic happens in here. And so if you want to use presets, you can find them in different Discord servers. There's some CarX community servers that share presets and you can download them, and I will show you how to install those actually. You're gonna go to Steam, Manage, Browse Local Files again. You're gonna open Kino, open Mods, KN Base, and you're gonna scroll down to Graphics. So in here is where you'll put your presets. You can download them from Discord servers. If you'd like some, you can DM me on Discord. My Discord is smq.lul, and I will invite you to the Discords. I don't want to put their links in the description because I'm not associated with them. But you can get, you know, pretty much all of these. I've got them from public servers. So if you are interested in those, just shoot me a DM. smq.lul is the Discord. I'll leave that in the description as well. But you can have your presets here, or if you just want to make your own, you can do it that way. And so the main thing that you're going to want for graphics is skyboxes. So you will have nothing in here. There might be actually a couple because I think there's Kino skyboxes. But I have made a Google Drive link with all of my skyboxes that I'm using. So I will leave that link in the description as well. You're just going to click it, and once you click it, it'll show up here. It's called SMQ Skyboxes, and you're just going to want to download it like normal. I think you just go, you can select them all. Like this, you can select all of them. There's probably an easier way to do this. I think you can just click these three dots and download it, but you can just do that, click that button, and it'll download them, and it's going to take a minute because there's a lot of them. There's like 80-something skyboxes in here. And so once you have them all downloaded, you're going to want to go back to Steam and go here again, Manage, Browse Local Files, Kino, Mods, KN Base, and then you're going to want to scroll down to Sky. There's something called Sky right here, and you'll open that up. And that is where you will just drop all these folders in here, and that will give you all the skyboxes that I have. So once you've done that, you might have to reset your game, but it might just update, I'm not sure. So once you have those downloaded, you'll go into back here, Kino, Graphics, Sky, Skybox. And here's where you can click them and do whatever you want. This is one I've used a lot, few stars. Let me change the preset because this is a really sunny preset. So this is the one I've been using a lot recently. I just do the rain. That's another thing I got to show you. I'll show you that in a second, how to do the rain, because a lot of people ask about that. So you can just go to Skybox and you can just select whatever one you want. Like, okay, that one's really bright. So here's like a sunset skybox. This is actually one of the default Kino ones. Here's Epic Sunset Dark. Let's see, there's like a Milky Way one. You can't see it because I have depth of field on. But the ones you're going to want, the main ones that people request all the time are the star ones. How do I get the stars? So I will show you that. You're going to just want to scroll down, and it's called Just Stars right here. This is the one. And it might be really dark for you. You just grab the exposure and you just turn it up however much you like. And that's how you get the stars that I use. And there's another one called Less Stars. That's the one I had on at start. So if you like that more, you can switch it to that one. But you can just go through any of them, try them out, see which ones you like. But the rain is literally as simple as you just go into your graphic settings. Boom, right here. I'll just turn it off. So this is how it'll look without it. You just click on rain. It's going to see intensity is disabled. That's because it's off. So you can turn it up to wet road. That'll just make the road wet, obviously. There'll be no rain, no puddles, nothing like that. You can change the wetness. That's perfectly dry, all the way wet. That's a little crazy with the stars. That's why I have it at like 80 something. I think 84. Or you can go up one more level, and that's low, and that introduces the puddles. So with that, you can go pattern. You can change the position and where the puddles are. So you can just get whatever one you like. And same thing with wetness. So once you have it on low versus, so wet road, it's just reflective, purely reflective. And then once you go to the next one, low intensity, that's usually what I have it on, because this is actually controls how much rain is coming down from the sky, which I don't really like a crazy amount. So I just put it on low, and then I turn up the wetness. If you do it all the way, it looks crazy with the stars. But if you want it really reflective, you can do it that way. But the way that I run it is I have it down to probably like around here. So the ground is wet, but there are also puddles. And so that's how I do the rain. I'll just show you all the ones I have on and what settings that I'm currently using. And in case you want to copy them, let me go back to my rain preset. Skybox, that is on this one here. It's less stars. Sun, here's the settings for sun. Fog. Clouds off, wind off. Rain settings. Volumetric lighting settings. Indirect lighting settings. Global AO. Additional shadows. Shadows, midtones, and highlights. Depth of field. This is how I get the stars to be blurry in the background. Here's the settings I'm using. And motion blur. So yes, that does it for my Kino Mod graphic settings. Now some people were asking for my Reshade settings, which I will also show. I really don't have that much though. So if you want a tutorial for Reshade, I'm not going to do that in this one because it's just going to drag the video on for so long, and there's a bunch of tutorials already. You can just look up how to download Reshade for CarX or for any game. It's the same way, you just change where you install it. So you're going to want to go to reshade.me, install, you know, how they say it in the video. And these are the settings that I'm using. Like I said, I really don't have very much on my Reshade. It's very simple. So all I have is adaptive sharpen. Next is clarity. So colorfulness, this one right here. AMD Fidelity, I think that says. Yeah, Fidelity FX contrast, adaptive sharpening, CAS.FX, and HDR saturation. So that's all I have. But if you turn them all off, it really doesn't make it that much different. Actually, never mind. It kind of does. It kind of does. So you might want Reshade if you're on PC. Definitely put those on. They look really nice. Makes the game look really clean. My in-game graphic settings. These are pretty basic. Screen resolution 1920 by 1080. Screen mode borderless window. You can do full screen too if you want. VR mode off. Vertical FOV 79. Cockpit. I don't use cockpit. Show FPS is on. Smoke is off. You don't need these unless you have smoke on. That's my smoke settings though. VSync is off. Skid mark length low. SSGI is off. Improved reflections is on. Quality is all the way up. Smoothing is on ultra. Texture ultra. Anisotropic filtering is on ultra. Draw distance ultra. Volumetric fog on. Shadows ultra. Ambient occlusion high. Bloom high. And motion blur is on high. That's all it is. It's just right there. Boom. Those are all the graphic settings. So that is all my Kino settings and my in-game graphic settings. So you should be able to achieve the exact same graphics as me if you are on PC. Once again, thank you guys so much for 40,000 subs. I really appreciate it. You guys have been showing so much support recently, so shout out to y'all. And I will be posting this tune. This is the next tune that's going up. So I'll be posting this in probably, I want to say 2 days from now. I'm not going to wait as long to post it because I already have clips for it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. I'll try to help with how I can, and I will direct you in the right direction to someone else who can help you, like, you know, Kino Mod, for example. They have people that can help you there in their own Discord. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.